Guys, I understand that you guys might not even recognize me. You're like, who is this girl? Oh, she still makes videos. I get it. But we're here today to film a 2019 favorites, and it is already January 9th. I should have done this a long time ago, but like I have said over and over again, I haven't had the time. And 2020, I am declaring more balance in my life, more time to do things that I really, really love. And one of those things is making YouTube videos. I love making them. I like the community that I've built with you guys. Not saying that I have all these millions of subscribers, but like, I love connecting with the people that watch my videos, and you guys are amazing. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. I am a little like, ooh, because I just got home from work. It's 4:55 and I have a whole bunch of stuff that I have to do on the computer once I finish this, but I wanted to force myself to film this video today. So this is probably gonna be long. I'm probably gonna talk a lot. I'm actually balancing my camera on my kit in front of my ring light, so it's just a mess, but we're gonna go ahead and get started. If you guys want to know what my 2019 all-time favorites are, let's get into it and grab some wine, which is cheers. And of course, my light is already flashing. Lovely. Honestly, when I think of 2019, I don't think of loads and loads and loads of makeup, because 2019 I really backed away, which I'm sure you guys noticed. I wasn't using a whole bunch of new stuff. I wasn't even filming a lot of beauty videos. I can say I kind of was more in the beginning of the year, but more towards the end of the year, I just died off. I didn't even get to finish Vlogmas because it was just so crazy for me. So when it comes to makeup, okay, I have so many things. And I have like a whole new setup in my room, so it's just, there's a lot going on right now. So when I think of 2019 in foundations, there are 4 foundations that really stick out to me that I really fell in love with in 2019. And 2 of them are drugstore and 2 of them are high-end. So one that I have here is, I actually finished the bottle and I was waiting to do this video so I could throw it away. And it is the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible Foundation in the shade Caramel Beige 108. This has absolutely no product in it anymore. Like, it's completely empty. And this is one of those foundations that no matter what, no matter where I'm going, no matter what I'm doing, this foundation always lasts and it looks the most flawless on my skin, especially from the drugstore. It is a matte finish, but I find that it's not too matte to where it makes me look dry. I have normal to dry skin, and I have to be really careful about matte foundations, and this foundation never, ever, ever bothers me. I love it. It's something that I will always repurchase. I will always have. It is one of my top 5 foundations of all time. I'm sure everybody uses this at this point. I tried the Pro Glow and I don't like the Pro Glow as much as I like this one. So again, my color is Caramel Beige 108, and this is something that I will have always. One of the best foundations at the drugstore, like hands down. The other drugstore foundation is going to be something that is not a surprise to you guys, and it's the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. And this one is in the shade 485. This is actually a brand new bottle because I completely finished the other bottle. It's pretty rare that I finish foundations completely because I have so many. So when I do finish a foundation, it's a pretty big deal. I bought a different shade and I took that to Europe when I went to Amsterdam and Germany last year. I can't believe that was last year. That was a couple months ago. And that was the only foundation that I used over there. This is just, it's such a good foundation. It's the foundation that I'm wearing right now. I've had this makeup on since about 8:30 this morning. It stays on my skin all day. It looks like skin on me. It's a medium, I would say like a medium borderline full coverage. It's not super heavy. It feels so liquidy when you put it on. It gives me the perfect amount of coverage for every day. It looks so fresh on my skin. This was a foundation that, like, when it released, I feel like everybody went crazy trying it, and it's so good. Like, just the way that it looks on the skin, I always get compliments. Every single time I wear this foundation, I get questions about what foundation I'm wearing. So this is another one that, this is the 3rd one now that I've purchased, and I absolutely love it. I will say this foundation darkens as it's on your skin, because you can see in this bottle, it looks a lot lighter than what's on my face. So love this foundation so much. Again, I'm in the shade 485 Golden Sun, and I love it. This is something that I will also always repurchase. Now for the 2 higher end foundations, I'll do one of them first, and it's the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. I am in the shade Syracuse, and honestly, NARS was a foundation, like, I don't want to say line because obviously they do more than foundations, but NARS foundations have kind of just like beat everything for me. Between this one, between the Sheer Glow and the Naturally Radiant, I love all of them. The the Sheer Glow I actually have in my kit because it's too light for my skin. And this one just matches me perfect, so this is why I'm going to talk about this one. It's a full coverage, so if you like full coverage but don't like a heavy, thick foundation, this foundation is very liquidy. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's very fluid in its formula. It lasts all day on the skin. It makes my skin look flawless, like porcelain, super smooth, but not ever cakey. It's crazy the way that they did this formula, but it's honestly one of the best in my opinion in Sephora. I absolutely love it, and I'm in the shade Syracuse. Now, the last foundation that was kind of introduced to me this year, and it was actually introduced to me about 3 months ago, was the Stay Naked from Urban Decay. It's a weightless foundation and it's up to 24-hour wear. So Urban Decay, I've never really been a fan of Urban Decay's foundations. The All Nighter is way too thick and cakey and heavy and matte for me. And the Naked, I liked, but I wasn't like, oh my god, it's the best thing in the entire world. I liked it, I wasn't obsessed with it. So they basically took out all of their foundations and brought this one back, and I feel like this is the perfect fusion of Naked Skin and All Nighter. All Nighter was very thick, very heavy, matte, very long wearing. And then the Naked Skin was more liquidy, it was very thin in consistency, and it looked more natural on the skin. And I feel like this is right in the middle. It's, damn, I shook it up so you can't even see. I am like almost out of this foundation. I probably have like that much left. I have worn it so many times, and every single time I wear it, people ask me what foundation I'm wearing. It literally does not fail. Every single time I wear it, I get questions about it. And I'm actually in the shade 51WY. When I got this foundation, I actually got it in gratis at Sephora. I work at Sephora part-time if you didn't know. And when I got this foundation in my gratis, I was just like, whatever, threw it into the bin. And then I was like, oh, let me just try it out. And the first day I tried it, I was like, yep, I am obsessed with it. It looks so good on the skin. It's a matte finish, but it's not dry at all. It's a little less matte than the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible. So it's a really comfortable matte. Lasts all day on the skin. It looks so smooth, so flawless. Doesn't intensify like texture, doesn't do anything like that. I love it. I'm surprised this actually doesn't have like crazy hype around it, because it is so good. And I think that there isn't crazy hype because Urban Decay isn't really a brand that people talk about often. Like between the Naked palettes, that was really it. But this, one of my favorite foundations I think ever of all time. Next, I'm going to talk about concealer. And when I think about concealers for 2020, there is really only one that comes to mind, and it is the Morphe concealer in the shade C265. This is my third tube of this concealer. It's the concealer that I'm wearing right now. Like I said, I've had this on since like 8:30 a.m. It gives so much brightening. It's a great amount of coverage. The perfect consistency. I honestly have no complaints, not one complaint about this concealer. I think the coverage is perfect. I think the texture is perfect. I think it blends so nicely, especially with this foundation. This right here is like my favorite combination. I do use this every single day. I literally stopped using everything else. Like I don't have Shape Tape anymore. I don't have anything. This is all I've been using. It's so affordable. I think it's like $15, and it's so easy to access, and they have so many shades. I have never tried the foundation, but this concealer is for sure like top 3 concealers of all time. I absolutely love it. Like I said, I'm in the shade C265. It's the perfect shade for me to conceal and to brighten. And I just love it. It never looks dry under my eyes. I never look cakey. It never looks thick. It never looks creasy. It's just, I love it. Next thing I'm going to talk about is a powder that I'm pretty sure you guys are so tired of listening to me talk about, but I know that so many of you guys have purchased this powder because of me, and this is the Sephora Collection Micro Smooth Baked Face Powder. This is from the Sephora brand. My favorite powder of all time. It is the only powder that I've used on my face for the last, like, what, 3 years now? It's been a very long time. This is the shade 35 Bronze, and so what I love the most about this is that it's a baked powder, so it has, like, a sheen to it. It's not shimmery at all. It's just not a completely matte powder, and the way that it goes onto your skin because it's baked is that it doesn't look powdery when you put it on. Like, I have the powder all over my face right now. I always wear this powder every single day, regardless if I'm wearing tinted moisturizer, a full face, whatever. I always have this powder on. I have this powder in my kit, and I use it on every single person I ever do makeup on. I have every shade, and I just love this. I have my sisters on this, I have my friends on this, I have strangers on this. I have people that I didn't even know bought it because I use it so much, and it is the best. I will probably never use another powder. If you're dry and you want to set your face with a powder on top of your liquid foundation, I cannot recommend this powder enough. Even if you're not dry, if you're oily and you still want your skin to look like it's fresh and not super, super matte, I recommend this powder. I just always recommend this powder. It's so good. It is my absolute favorite. I will never stop recommending it. I already said Sephora needs to cut me a check, even though they kind of already do. But for this one, favorite powder of all time. I'm going to talk about 2 primers now, and these are really the only 2 primers that I ever use. And one of them is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer, which you guys already know. I've used this for a long time. I'm pretty much out of this bottle. I have maybe like 10 uses, that might be even a stretch, left in here. And this primer has hyaluronic acid, so it's very hydrating to the skin. Very, very plumping. When you put this on, it feels like you're putting lotion on your face. It feels so nice. I'm not the type of person that uses like smoothing primers, blurring primers. I don't care about any of that. I just want my skin to be hydrated, especially if I'm wearing lots of powders. Like if I know I'm gonna be out all day and I'm using like translucent powder, and then I'm using setting powder, and I'm using, like, if I'm just using a lot of stuff and I know I'm gonna be more matte, I always use this primer because like I'm using it, I have it on my skin today, and I actually have a matte foundation on, powders, all that stuff, and my skin has just like a radiance to it, and that is what I love. I like my skin to look really fresh and hydrated and glowy. So this is my second bottle of this, and this is something that I will always use. I love this primer. When you put it, like pump it on your hand and you feel it, it just feels silky. It feels like silk is on your hand, and when you put it on your skin, you will feel instantly hydrated, like instantly. The other primer I have to talk about, you can see I'm pretty deep into this, is the Touch in Sol No Pore Blem Primer, and this is for smoothing and pore covering. It's a top secret for perfect makeup. Now I use this a lot, like in the summertime, because in the summer, because it's so hot in Florida and it's so humid here, I get really shiny really, really quickly, especially like in my T-zone and like right here, like kind of where I'm shiny right now, but I don't mind it when it's the winter time. Like I actually like it in the winter because my skin lately, like even after I moisturize, I'm like it still feels tight. So I use this, literally I put it in my hands and I just put it right here in this area, and it just makes it so smooth. It keeps me a little bit more matte throughout the day, and even though I am dry, I do like more of a matte finish, like a matte to natural. I don't like super dewy. I prefer matte to like a natural finish, and this is so, so, so good. I got this in a BoxyCharm, and when I started using it, it was actually with this. Such a good combo. Love this primer. My favorite smoothing primer, because most smoothing primers are very, very, very dry, and this one is not, so I love it. Now I'm going to talk about some skincare favorites, and when it comes to skincare, there's a few things that I change pretty consistently, like my moisturizers, my eye creams, serums, stuff like that. Like since I work at Sephora, I'm always getting gratis, and all the brands are always giving us their stuff to try out so that we can sell them to the customers. And aside from the moisturizers and the serums and the eye creams, there are 2 things that stay very consistent in my life when it comes to my skincare, and it is my Youth to the People kale and spinach and green tea vitamin superfood cleanser right here. So many people have also purchased this because of me. This is probably my 8th or 9th bottle that I've gone through. It is my favorite cleanser. It is so thick. This is a pretty big bottle. This is 8 fluid ounces, and I believe it's like $32 or $34. I buy this, like everybody at work makes fun of me because I'll grab like 2 at a time, and then I'll buy one, and then like in 2 weeks I'll buy another one, and they'll be like, girl, didn't you just buy this? But there was a point that like we didn't have any in stock, and I'm not trying to have my cleanser not be in stock. It doesn't strip my skin, which is very important to me. It gets all of my makeup off. I just love it, and a little bit goes a long way, which is another reason that I like this. Has a pump, which is also great. I love this cleanser. Nobody can ever convince me to use another cleanser, because this one is just my favorite, and I'm not changing it. If it works, it works, and it works, so I'm not changing it. The other skincare product that I want to talk about is the Ulla Henriksen Transforming Walnut Scrub. This has walnut powder and ginseng extract, and this is what I use to exfoliate my skin. And like I mentioned all the time, I have dry skin, so I get a lot of dryness around my nose and in between my forehead and even on my chin sometimes. And if I don't exfoliate, I can see my dry skin like building up, and it's disgusting. So usually like once a week, sometimes twice, I will use this, and it is grainy, but the grains are walnut chunks. I use this, I mainly just focus it right around my nose, because that's where I feel like blackheads forming and like build up. So I'll just use it right around there. I'll like bring it on here. I don't really need it like on my cheeks or anywhere like that, or on my forehead. I'll focus it like right here, and it makes my skin so soft. Baby smooth skin. So many people have bought this because of me and messaged me and they're like, oh my god, my skin is so soft. I sell this like freaking hot cakes in Sephora. It's so good. It's something that I repurchase over and over again. It lasts a really long time because you don't need a lot and you're not supposed to use it super often. So love it. We'll continue to repurchase it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Now I'm going to talk about bronzers, and I have two bronzers that I want to talk about, and both of these you guys are going to be like, oh, okay. Not a surprise at all. One of them is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and this is the shade Deep Bronzer, and this bronzer is 100% the best bronzer at the drugstore. It's so good. The way that it goes on your skin is like so smooth. It has a sheen to it, so it's not super matte, so it doesn't look chalky on your face. It's just so, so, so good, and everybody uses this bronzer at this point, so I feel like I don't have to say much about it. But the other one that is my absolute favorite is the Pretty Vulgar Bronze Bee Bronze Mannequin Bronzer. It is the bronzer that I'm wearing today, so this whole like bronzy goodness is from this bronzer. You can see I have hit serious pan on this. I love this bronzer. The sheen of it is perfect. It doesn't look matte at all on the face. It looks so natural that it looks like skin. It's just so smooth. It's nice and pigmented, but it doesn't look too much. Like, it's just perfect. I love this, and nobody talks about this bronzer. They're so good. I need to buy another one because, as you can tell, it's hurting. I took this bronzer with me to Europe, and it was the only bronzer that I used, which is when I hit pan, and it's just amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Now I have two blushes that I want to talk about. They're really the only two blushes that I used, aside from a couple others, but I'm trying to think of things that like I used. One of them is this Sigma blush called Cor de Rosa, and it's the Aura powder, the Aura face powder. I don't know. This is what it looks like here, and it's like the perfect neutral blush. It's not too pink, it's not too peach, it's not too anything. It's just the perfect muted pink tone. It's not the blush that I'm wearing right now. I'm actually wearing the other one right now, but I love this blush, and like I said, this is from Sigma, and I'm like about to hit pan on this. I can see the pan on the bottom. So good, nice and pigmented, lasts on the skin. I love it. The other blush, which you guys have heard me talk about this so many times, is from this brand Note Cosmetics or Note Beauty. I got it in a BoxyCharm so long ago, and this is in the shade 05 Desert Rose. This is the blush that I'm wearing today. It's this perfect, like, muted peach, and it is so good. It's so pigmented, lasts on the skin. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Now I have highlighter to talk about, and one of them I had to throw away, which was my Skinny Dip highlighter from Jouer, and it completely shattered, so I had to throw it away. It was like in pieces. It was completely done. The other one is another highlighter that I know you guys are gonna be like, yep, she's talked about this plenty of times, and it's the Essence Pure Nude Sunlighter, and this is in the shade Be My Sunlight, and this is what it looks like here. It's like a baked highlighter, and it is stunning. It is the perfect shade. It's not too gold, it's not too silvery. It's just like, it's perfect. Like, it's so beautiful. On the skin, it doesn't look like anything. It just looks like highlight. Like, it's beautiful, and it's like $4. It is so good. I definitely want to pick up more because I want to put it in my kit. I've used this for like a year straight, and look at it. It doesn't even look like I've done anything to it. It's so freaking beautiful. And then the other highlighter that I want to talk about is actually the one that I am wearing now. It's very intense, and this is from the brand Artist Couture, and this is in the shade Summer Haze. It's the Diamond Glow Powder. This powder is a loose powder, but it is worth the mess, the hassle. This right here is what it looks like, and what I like about it is that it doesn't have an undertone. It's literally just straight wetness, and on the skin, it doesn't look like powder. It just looks like your face is wet, and that's what I like the most about it. This is what I wear when I want like to highlight, like to beam. I absolutely love it. It's definitely one of my favorites. They don't sell it at my Sephora, which is weird, but I'm pretty sure they have it on their website. Next, I'm gonna talk about two hair products, and you guys know I take my hair care very, very seriously. And one of the products is actually from Trader Joe's, and you guys have seen me talk about this so many times. I probably bought like 20 tubes of this, and this is the Trader Joe's Shea Butter and Coconut Oil Hair Mask. This is what it looks like here. This is a brand new tube, I just used it, but this will repair your dry hair. I promise you. When I bought this, I just saw it sitting there and I was like, oh, let me try it out, whatever. And I tried it, and like, obviously I have lots of like blonde in my hair. My hair is pretty blonde on the bottoms. And my hair was really, really, really stiff when I moved into this house. I'm not sure if it's the hard water that's in this because we live in a pretty old house. But this completely repaired the texture of my hair. I don't use any conditioner anymore. I don't use anything. I just use this, and so many girls have bought it. I use it in my clients when I do their hair. I don't do many clients. But yeah, love this. If you can get it at your Trader Joe's, it's I think $3.99 and it is amazing. Then I have the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Triple Detox Shampoo, and this removes product buildup, pollution, and hard water. So this is what this looks like, and I had mentioned to you guys before that I had the Briogeo Scalp Revival, I think it's called, and I love it. I love it so much. It was just more expensive than this one, so then I was like, oh, let me try this one and see how I like it. This is my third tube of this, and you can see I'm pretty much out. If you have very greasy hair, if you feel like when you wash your hair, it never comes out clean, try this shampoo. You literally, when you rinse your hair, you're gonna be like, oh my God. Like it feels like when you wash it out, but just watch. Like it is amazing. I use this like every other week because I was using it too much and it was drying my scalp out, but now I use it every other week and it's been perfect. My hair is nice and squeaky clean. It feels amazing. It's perfect. I love it. Now to talk about lips, and I have 3 lip liners that I want to talk to you guys about. One of them is the NYX Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and Definitely a Turn On Waterproof Extreme Lip Color in the color Beyond Nude. You guys already know I did not shut up about this lip liner in all of 2019, and I will not shut up about this lip liner in all of 2020. It is so good. It's so underrated. I don't understand why more people don't use this. It blows my mind. 99% of my photos, videos, if I'm wearing a nude lip, I'm wearing this nude lip liner. It is my favorite. It is extremely pigmented, very, very smooth. It stays on forever. Like it stays on your lips. So I love it. I have like 10 of these. I'm not exaggerating. I have them in my drawers. I have them in my bags. Like every purse has one. I love it. I even have it in my kit to use on clients because I love it so much. Like it is my absolute favorite. Another lip liner I have to talk about is the Morphe Bite Me lip liner, and this is what it looks like here, and I love this lip liner so much. It's like the perfect brownie, like warm color. It's so good, especially if you are tan in skin tone, because it's hard for us to find lip liners that actually show up. And this one is just amazing. It's so good. I've used it in so many videos. This is my second one now and I love it. I actually need to buy one for my kit because I like it that much. But the Morphe lip liners are bomb. Like they glide on so smoothly. They're nice and pigmented. They're rich in color. They're really, really good. And the last lip liner I want to talk about is the Shayla and ColourPop Lippy Pencil, and this is in the shade BFF3. I actually wore this color today. It has a little bit more of like a rosy undertone to it. This is it right here. But the way that it looks on the lips when you put a nude, especially a light nude, it looks so nice. The lippy pencils are so good from ColourPop. They're so smooth on the lips. Like they glide right on. They last forever. They're so good. Next, I'm gonna talk about the lip color that I wore pretty much all of 2019, and it was NYX London. This is my all-time favorite color. Like, it is the perfect nude. With any of these lip liners, it looks amazing. Like, it looks so good. It's nice and soft on the lips. It's a soft matte lip cream, so it's matte, but it doesn't make your lips dry at all. It is phenomenal. And I know, obviously, like, a million people have probably used this, but I just had to mention it because I love it so much. Then I have 2 lip glosses to talk about. One of them is the Fenty Beauty lip gloss. This is in the shade Fenty Glow, and you can see I am pretty much out. Like nothing comes out of it anymore. It's empty, but I was saving it for the video. Like, I don't know if you can see, there's like nothing in here. This is the best gloss ever. The best gloss ever, ever, ever. It's so good. It's so pigmented. It's nice and juicy on the lips. It makes your lips look so beautiful, even if you wear it by itself. It's so damn good. I love it so much. I feel like these get a lot of hype and they deserve all the hype that they get. So I feel like I don't have to say much about this, but here it is anyway. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about are 4 perfume favorites. So let me grab them because they're on my floor. Actually, no, I had to add 5. So when I think about the perfumes that I used in all of 2019, these are the 5 that come to mind. One of them was very late in the game, but regardless of that, this is a brand new bottle because I completely finished my old bottle, and this is Paco Rabanne Olympia, one of my favorite perfumes of all time, like probably top 3. I love it so much, and every single time I wear it, it does not fail. I get compliments on it. I love it so much. It lasts. Like, you spray this in your hair and like your body, and 3 days later you're still gonna smell it. It smells so good. I don't know where they sell it at this point because I know a lot of places stopped carrying it, but I love it. Tyler got me a new bottle for Christmas, and he actually bought it for me 2 years ago, and I went through that bottle. So Paco Rabanne Olympia is like top 5 for me. Next, I have KKW Body. I don't know which body this is, but this is the tan one. And this is one of my like favorite perfumes of all time. I think it smells so good. It smells very nighttime, very sexy, very girly, very feminine, but just like, I feel like somebody walks in wearing it and you're like, oh my God, what is that? Because it just like captivates you. It smells so good. I don't really like the rest of her perfumes, but this one and the gray one's really good too, but this one is my absolute favorite. Then I have Gucci EDP, which is this one right here. This is one of my favorite perfumes ever. It's very sweet, very pretty, really nice for like an everyday, like daytime perfume. This alone weighs like 50 pounds, and the top, like look at this, you could take somebody out with this. But yeah, this is one of my favorite perfumes ever. It's really hard to find. Tyler actually got me this bottle like 2 Christmases ago because I was out of my last bottle, and I don't even know where he bought it because they don't have it at Sephora anymore. I don't know what department stores have it. I have no idea, but it is just so yummy. It's like a sweet, yummy, like, what perfume are you wearing? Like, it's one of those. It's not like a, what perfume are you wearing? You know what I mean? Next, I want to talk about Idole, which is the perfume that I used a lot within the last couple of like months. I took this perfume with me to Europe, and it was the only perfume that I used. I get compliments also on this one every single time that I wear it. It's the newest one from Lancome. It's floral but fruity but sexy at the same time. I was actually doing a wedding the other day, and as I was doing the mom of the bride's makeup, she was like, what perfume are you wearing? You smell so good. And it was this one. My best friend also, she was like, bro, what perfume is that? And it was this one, and it smells so good. You can see it's like pretty much halfway done, and the bottle is so thin. It's like an iPhone. Like it's really, really thin. So it's really travel friendly, which I do like. And yeah, lasts all day on the body. Like, it smells really good. It's supposed to have like another thing this way, but it broke while we were traveling, but amazing. The last perfume I have is YSL Libre, and I feel like this was like the end of the year bang. This smells like money. This is exactly what it smells like. Rich, expensive boss woman. Like, when I want to feel my best, when I'm wearing like the best shoes I have, when I'm like super into my outfit, date night, anything like that, I'm drowning myself in YSL Libre. It is very strong. Very, very, very strong, so you don't need a lot of pumps of it. This is actually the smaller bottle, and I freaking love it so much. Oh, it smells so good. So good. Alright guys, so that is it for my 2019 favorites. I hope you enjoyed. I know I'm really late. I know I've been literally the most inconsistent of my life through 2019, but it has been a rough year. 2019 was a rough year. It was I don't want to say the worst year of my life, but it was the worst year of my life, and I am just declaring that 2020 is the best year of my life. So I wish you guys a happy new year. I hope your 2020 is starting great, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Hopefully it's sooner than later. Bye.